this is that evolution that Soniqs have gone through. It's been 2 to 3 months since these two teams last played, and Soniqs, they've been through it, man. They've played so many tier 2 events, and it's all showing up. People have been saying that the tier 2 seed is catching
this
entire just from yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And it's more so here now than ever. And Soniqs, if they can get the 12th year, they break Sentinels' economy, they can maybe find a win. Dizzy playing super up close, has a dash to get out if he's able to find 1 kill.
Dizzy could have totally just gotten a kill there. There was a slower going right towards him, but he wants to stay cheeky. He wants to stay back. Good wall over towards that short side.
Oh,
and
no!
Dizzy,
Why by a Phantom?
No, the crossfire works. ShahZaM and TenZ looking at the exact same spot. ShahZaM actually got a flick off of that. So it's gonna be Six trying to get a kill, but it's actually the nade getting a kill in the back of the wall. Sonic still in the man advantage. dapr looking towards the back. 3v3. And the spike still cannot go down.
Oh my
Blix!
goodness.
Such a good time for that swing. At the exact same time, it's Crunchy too. dapr in a 1v3 has a Hunter's Fury, but it's so hard as now Soniqs are going to the buddy system. 2 players sticking right next to each other, arm in arm, are going to take this team to a 12th round against what is, Sully, debatably the best team in the world.
Valorant's anti-cheat is malware. Bro, Windows is malware. Okay?
To reroute players to the other side of Jenny.
Fucking everything's malware.
2 to 3 players. Plix and Crunchy finding immaculate kills to win them this round. I mean, Plix off of that nade and more pressure onto TenZ. That spike, it was never going down if I'm being completely honest. There was just too much pressure created, and Sentinels found themselves in that impossible situation to win out. Soniqs, util dump at its finest, and they are on mat point.
And not a lot of space to go through, too. I love the util going back from Soniqs, just stopping Sentinels in the middle of their tracks. Now, it's going to be Sentinels trying to make their path a little bit easier. This Hunter's Fury
very good dodge.
Could be able to ping a couple, but was only able to get 1. Good counter Sage Wall early on from Crunchy, but it's immediately blasted back. There goes a big nade, getting big damage. But Plix still looking over towards that back line. No spike has gone down just yet. ShahZaM sitting in the middle of tube. There's 3 players over towards mid. That could be his next target. ShahZaM wants to go in.
Oh,
ponytail. At a good time. The timing for ShahZaM doesn't work. Plix going in. 2-man advantage now for Soniqs. Sentinels, they are going down bit by bit. 1 more player remaining, and it's zombs in a 1v4.
Nice.
And the showstopper stops it all. Map number.
It's a nice way to end it with a little. End it with a nice little raise ulti. Good map. Good map for Yoru. Probably his best map. If you're gonna pick Yoru, this is
wanted that
probably his best.
Like you said, he wanted that glory. He wanted to be the guy to pull out Yoru on the mainstream, but here we are.
All right then. Okay, well, I'm not gonna focus too heavy on TenZ. We can theory craft all we want. I'm gonna theory craft that it's a misclick. It's not a misclick. TenZ is actually
not a
Yoru.
misclick.
Okay, alright, so I just completely voided every single part of the Soniqs composition, but what you need to know is they are going to be dumping util all over this map, right? You look at this composition, it is made for post-plan. Viper mollies, Brim molly, shock darts, paint shell nades. Expect the same that we saw in Icebox. Nothing more than utter chaos from Soniqs.
Oh my word. I'm ready.
I don't know how much I like this Yoru pick, just because I don't know if they have strats play. Like when you pick Yoru, you have to play around Yoru. You have to. Oh, it looks like they kind of are. Holy shit.
It's gonna be Sentinels that look to.
Oh wow, they are. They are.
I love this. Normally the cue is that you.
That was good. That was good. Get in there now. They're playing around it perfectly. Fucking
made that CP. I see why
fooled them
now, and they have sold the fake perfectly.
They really have, and it's working out. Sully.
What are you doing?
Still has that boom button. They're gonna be able to use it.
What the fuck are you doing? Sorry. He waited for the vulnerability, and I thought he was just gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump around the corner and right click him."
Elbow side, gonna be able to get a quick one, but still not a lot of aid.
Come on, sick.
For Bob. Bob has to wait up for her teammates to actually make their way over. Watch out for ShahZaM, though. ShahZaM might have gotten spotted by IyeN, and they still want to go for that 1v1, and IyeN ends up winning.
This
both players now remain
turned around
it's a crossfire between zombs
real quick.
And
They flash peek together. That's not flash is going to blind your teammate, but that's okay. You're insane.
TenZ works out with a flash. IyeN does get that kill back. 13 HP left on zombs. IyeN is low. IyeN needs to go for the wide swing and now needs to go for the defuse, which he has time to do so. Wow, okay. We went through quite a few heaps and bounds to make it to this point, Sully, but Soniqs has the round.
Yeah, a really huge opener from both sides. Sentinels, you saw the idea to sell a fake to that A side. The wall goes up to set up the exec. ShahZaM and TenZ make huge contact plays.
That was cool.
You just cannot punish
Sick.
him, right?
Oh, sick.
Feels any danger. As soon as his team has walked up long, he makes that TP. That is the effectiveness of Yoru. But again, Soniqs, they did a really, really good retake here. And honestly, a little bit of luck from IyeN to find that kill into TenZ immediately after. And it's unfortunate that zombs isn't there for the swing. But Soniqs, similar to our first map, they pick up the pistol. And they do so right after with a full buy.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How was Disneyland? It was all right.
Yet another round. It's a second round conversion.
A lot of walking.
Might be a little bit.
A lot of walking. Like more than normal. Oh! Oh! Oh my God! He got dinked through the wall. Dude, they're about to eco him.
There's just too much focus on the TenZ, and they're able to catch out Bob. She goes down, and Crunchy in the middle of Tin Can. Nothing he can really do there.
Somebody break the dart on the Soniqs. Hello.
And they're going to take out the round here unless Blix can do something.
Yeah, let me remind you here, Sully. Yes, it is a little bit more of a force here from some of the players from Sentinels, but in all reality, it was just a couple of deeks. They were able to pick up SMGs. They were able to pretty much make it into a bonus, as now Soniqs has nothing to work with going into this next round. Yes, that is correct. A tie score line between Soniqs and Sentinels going into round number 3. And Soniqs
what grown-ass couple goes to Disney with no kids? Or Disney's fucking awesome.
They have nothing to work with.
Good time. It's a good vibe.
Sentinels just did it on the Sheriffs. Who's to say that Soniqs can't, right?
I'm going again next week, I think.
I think utility
with more people.
Is getting, you know, sacrificed to.
Maybe not next week. I don't know the exact time. But
in all reality, maybe potentially the deagles could work. The sidearms are fun, and early on, Sully, it's yet another default position where Sentinels are actually doing some pretty cheeky work over towards these back lines.
Oh, he almost lined up that second.
Around 4 bodies.
I really want to go to Disney World. Like, Disneyland's cool and all, but I want to go to Disney World. I've never been. Gotta plan for that, because I've heard Disney World's like amazing.
Soniqs, I think they're not fully sold on the fact that this is an IyeN. I think that's due in part to TenZ tossing out those fake footsteps. Now the rotation surely have to come in. Crunchy is up top. He's not really going to be able to find much as he's instantly punished from TenZ. Still has the gate crash now to use if he wants to go.
But then you have to go to Florida. Like, who the fuck wants to go to Florida? But I guess if you're just going for Disney World, it's not so bad. Just don't go anywhere else.
They know the seconds in heaven, yeah. An unwinnable position here coming out from Soniqs. Sentinels
surely
have the second round on pause. Wait a minute. There's still a chance. Thankfully, ShahZaM is there to clean things up nicely.
Wait a minute. You thought they were finished? Dizzy is actually going to be able to get another one, and ShahZaM is the last one alive. Sully, the investments, at least for Sentinels, going a little bit more off to the wayside.
Yeah, so I realized, like, mid-sentence, I was like, I shouldn't say anything because I forgot Dizzy had a Spectre and he had a chance to maybe
You're not really in Florida, you're in the Disney compound. Yeah, I've never been to Disney World. When you go to Disney World in Florida, are you quite literally like staying at a hotel that's at Disney, like it's a whole thing, and you never really leave the Disney bubble? Because if so, that's pretty fucking cool. That sounds fun.
They could still muster a strong buy, and ShahZaM will have a lot of credits left over. Really, the only one punished is TenZ, who has 0 credits.
That sounds really fun, actually.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
But, it goes
we got to do that. We got to do that.
Dimensional drift. Finally going through TenZ. Oh, okay, bobbing and weaving through this B site, leaving everything out in disarray. He runs right in the middle of everyone, TPs away, and has essentially dragged away all this pressure away from Hookah at the exact same time. Viper's Pit going up too. It's a plethora of util right in the middle of this B site, and it's an absolute mob. Sick is still in that back line. Bob and Dizzy have left. Sentinels now have full control. Bob's still gonna be able to get another.
Oh, what a risky fucking play! Sick, you're a maniac. Look at this site.
And it's a Venn diagram here on site.
Oh my god, it's a meme circle site.
Finally going down. IyeN right in the middle. Gonna be able to take down TenZ. Sick with another kill back. It's still a 2-on-3. It's still a 1v3. Soniqs' Viper's Pit, theirs gonna go down. dapr is still alive. That Hunter Fury not hitting him. And that spike half planted in the middle of the ground. I've never seen that, by the way. Half planted. Right in the middle.
30
seconds left, though. dapr playing Ring Around the Rosie. It is pure chaos, Sully, but it is finally subsided.
I have the spike.
He's so screwed.
Part of Slight, but dapr, where do you even run? Is he really going to make a mad dash into TP? No. Surely not. Not enough time at this point. Maybe with 20 seconds he had an opportunity, but he's going to tap the spike. Oh my god, so many runs coming out from the back of CT spawn. But Dizzy They're just in the nick of time as dapr was looking for the headshot. Sentinels, they're going to concede a second round of Soniqs. And now the economy maybe becomes a little bit more worrisome. TenZ was the worry part of the economy last round where he had
Look at all those Phantoms. I've actually, so
not playing maybe Arena or a Jet.
as much as I love the Phantom and I think it's a better weapon, I've been using the Vandal so much that it's like a drug. It's like a freaking addiction, man. Like I can't, it's, you know, I can't not buy it. I can't use the Phantom anymore because I have conditioned myself to just buy this Vandal always, and it's so much fun every single time, even when I whiff.
Of course, TenZ with a tight angle, threading the needle, getting the first headshot, getting the entry duel. More importantly,
oh,
like that, Soniqs has left a little
good
bit
dodge. Bad dodge. You're dead.
He's pinged, and he's finally gonna go down. That Hunter's Theory chases him down, and Sentinels, without stepping one bit into that A site, has gotten themselves 3 kills now. ShahZaM gaining down Dizzy, who was trying to run away. Wow, Soniqs are just done for, Sully. This is a SEN round.
You gotta love the explosion from Sentinels. As soon as TenZ finds that first frag, ShahZaM is quick to get the ult orb, get it online, and find a pick in the back site. And it's a great util combination because dapr tosses a snake bite.
That's a save from Soniqs. JK.
That IyeN could have really moved around that back.
He should have left. I don't know what he's sticking around for.
Cornered in the back site. So Soniqs conceding the round back to Sentinels. It's a back and forth, a tug of war, and Soniqs, unfortunately, this was not a strong round. This just didn't even look like they were in the competition, but they will save at least 1 rifle. But it's just a consolation at this point in time. Sentinels 3-2. And well, like we said, TenZ with a sheriff is just as deadly with anyone with a rifle.
I don't know how people like the Phantom. It's like liking the M4 over the AK in CS. Well, not really, because those are 2 very different games. Like in CS, you has a clear understanding that the AK is better. In this game, it's not.
This is a bigger round now.
The Phantom is better, so that's why people use the Phantom, because it's a better weapon, right?
May not be up to snuff, but this could still be a big opportunity.
In CS, it's not. It's literally not so situational. It's literally AK's better, M4's worse. And here,
normally where the Sova is, the majority of players are going to be
like, yeah, Phantom's insane close range, Vandal's good long range, a little bit different. The Phantom's amazing because you can spam through smokes. The Vandal, you can, but you're gonna get owned by a Phantom that counters it.
Now you don't really have that entry. You still have 6 double blast back and Showstopper, but on the A side, it is so difficult to clear these corners with it.
That was a really nice shot at the start of the round, by the way. That was a really nice shot.
Oh, it's going to start with a Showstopper. Sick. Utilizing one of his satchels. Going to utilize a second to try to get a kill. It's ShahZaM getting the kill onto Flex. So, yeah, that Showstopper doesn't really matter, but instead it is going to be 2 kills. Ult it,
Brimmy. There it comes.
Sentinels still going to be able to survive with a 2v2, but that orbital strike coming in right.
I don't even think that's like, honestly, I don't even think that's good.
50 seconds left.
I've been playing a lot of Brimstone recently, and I feel like using your ult to get them off plant is kind of pointless because they're not going to die. Now, if you use your ult to get them off plant, but you're also in a position to funnel them in the direction that you want, that's a good way to use the ult. But I think if you just use the ult to get them off plant, it does nothing for you.
He knows he's forced one here. Apologies. She knows she's forced one at least into showers. For the second, it is such a difficult crossfire with ShahZaM up in heaven. Shock dart.
That could have been the kill.
Bob, nothing she can do here except wait death. As dapr playing with his food, nothing really could be done. And 4-2 for Sentinels.
Doesn't it delay time? I mean, what difference did it... Okay, so what difference did delaying 2 seconds off of the plant? 2 seconds. Your teammate wasn't in position, and you weren't in position. If you're ulting as Brimstone to get them off plant, and there's nothing past that, then there's no reason to do it.
They weren't able to get anything off of it, just a little bit more space. So, again, very good job for them at least getting off of that, and still just overwhelming with the amount of
it's just a waste.
Had on site. But it's the anticipation from Soniqs that I'm worrying about, Sully, because some of these players, they seem a little bit shaky on the road.
It's more than 2. Okay, 3, bro. It's not making a difference in a 2v2.
Here. 2-man push down. Fake footsteps in the shower. So
Oh, nice shot.
Some presence in ShahZaM.
I'm telling you.
Nice grab as well.
I know I'm right here. There's no reason to get them off plant as Brimstone with your ult unless you're set up for it, or there's like 5 seconds left. There was 51 seconds on the clock. 5-1.
Look already here. IyeN sitting in wait.
IyeN sitting right in the middle of sight, anticipating this rotation. IyeN such a great spot. Could be able to pop. There goes dapr. Lands right in the middle of his crosshair.
Now if you're...
Now it's just zombs. And a 1v2. Lands right into IyeN again, but IyeN...
Now if it's a 5v5 retake, and your team is about to just funnel into that site with your Brimstone ult, amazing. That's great. 10 out of 10. Great use, okay? But I'm talking about a 1vx, a 2vx, you know, 2v2s, 3v3s. If there's no setup for it, there's nothing past the Brimstone ult, then there's no point to do it.
By the time she's already made the rotation, it's too late.
I might become a Brimstone main, I'll be honest. He's sick.
So she needs to try and close this distance and get a headshot to win out this fight. Zombs can hit any part of the body, and he's going to aim for the chest. 5th round for Sentinels, but man, that was extremely, extremely close.
Yeah, a little bit too close. Great job from IyeN though. Oh, we get a clutch out of that, of course, from earlier. Love to see this. IyeN, it was
that was a very close round. It was an eco, right?
The Red Bull clutch.
They almost
simply going in the hands of zombs though. It was a 1v2 for zombs. Yeah, well played. Well played. This next round's gonna be a little bit tougher though.
Oh, look at the setup again. We saw this in the pistol round. TenZ is throwing his gate crash towards the B side, and they're going to do, again, that same contact in the showers. See if Sick can maybe get the hookah setup and get control while his other two teammates scour the map elsewhere. But it's a pretty heavy plate from Soniqs towards long. You have got both Dizzy and Bob, who has just used her owl drone to try and get this information. The gate crash play to the B site doesn't look to be the most optimal, but it looks like instead the play is towards hookah. And while TenZ has got at least the first ult orb, don't have any long control. Yes, they've got hookah, but that's the main concern. In this setup, it's not the most optimal. You really can't support anyone on site, and TenZ is going to get the first contact, but Dizzy in a prime position to get 1 kill and immediately dismiss.
I don't know if it's going to work because they're not coming up. The timing's not working.
Play like this, it was TenZ that did this to Fnatic. That same Viper wall over towards long.
Oh?
Certainly play out time, but no, the Viper wall goes down, and it was TenZ that got the kill. Of course it was TenZ. TenZ knows the play, and Dizzy goes down in a heap.
Oh, nice shot. Holy shit.
It's going to be Sentinels just
holy shit.
On sites.
That was amazing.
We haven't talked too much about the effect.
Bless you. Also, have you met fans in Disneyland? Honestly?
Kill off that nade, and a showstopper at the exact same time. Gonna be able to get a kill onto dapr, and Bob gets 1-2.
How did this?
2v2. Incredibly low.
Oh, Plix. Good control.
Zombs now a very possible 1v2.
Well done. They're both low.
It happen again. Zombs, the clutch minister for Sentinels, gets himself yet another Red Bull clutch.
Another Red Bull clutch for Zombs.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Disneyland.
Strikes. I mean,
I was genuinely surprised.
HP, but he had perfect positioning.
I think I had like 15 people recognize me, and I've never in my life gotten recognized that hard at Disneyland. Like, yeah, sure, 1 or 2 people, but that many double digits? That's never happened to me.
That's a round they should be winning, but they can't find the victory. Sentinels up 6-2.
I need to dye my hair back or something.
Once more.
I stand out now. I used to look like a normal person, just blending in with the crowd, and I still look pretty normal, but with a slight hint of, oh my god, he was so stuck because of the nade. He had to just duel. I wonder if he had a gate crash. Could he have left?
We've always seen at least like 2 to 3 kills back from these teams on ecos. I don't think we've seen a flawless eco round or anti-eco round yet.
Oh, IyeN, this is huge. 2 kills. Oh, nope. Sick. Instantly denying him the opportunity. Nade in the back as well, anticipating the cross. And Bob, she's going to swing right on through. She's been good with her share of so far, but with 4 players and so many angles to watch, ShahZaM.
Wow, no way.
Bob, he should be worried about, but Crunchy up close is
he's owning, but he's going to lose.
damage to Sentinels. It's not going to be too much economically, as they have so much credit stacked up. And yeah, they'll take the
That would have worked so well if he shot that like before they TP'd. They would have just been stuck and had to go through it. He's dead.
That was too. Crunchy just launches in that volley right through the wall, right into teleporter. You know, just in case they want to go through, they have to run into a pit of inferno.
Man, they're getting owned. Bind is just Sentinel's map.
Was taking a couple of steps ahead. AKA, they were already stepping into the middle of teleporter when that happened. Another round here, Sully. Look at the ultis on Sentinels.
All 5 lined up. TenZ has been good, especially when using his ultimate for reconnaissance, right? And now you have the opportunity to use the Owl Drone and the Dimensional Drift to get info into this B site. Sick is going to do, again, his same setup into hookah, Boomba, and then the nade to force and put players in their place. But it's an early ult into A site. And IyeN, he's going to sit right in the corner. That's the exact same spot that dapr sits there in his Viper's pit. So maybe, just maybe, they can make that read. But it's going to clog up this entire A main position. TenZ is actually going to go in with the reconnaissance off the Dimensional Drift. First, the Owl Drone to go out instead, though. When Soniqs, all of this space taken up, what can you expect from them? 2 players on this A site, and TenZ he knows that he's forced.
What the fuck are you doing?
He's again going to take this space.
Love the info play, but it's going to have to come back to Sick.
Listen, Sick, if you're going to do that, at least have a shorty.
What just happened? Did Plix just outplay Sick by satcheling on top of green box? 1000 IQ. Well done. That's desperation at its finest. 2 players down now for Sentinels, and this Viper's pit is just...
TenZ, you got to at least have a shorty when you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? You got to at least have a... Maybe he had one. I actually wasn't paying attention. He might have had one.
Over in bathroom, it's just all too tough, and now in comes Dizzy on the flank too, covering up ShahZaM. Zombs is now the last one remaining in a 1v5. Gonna be able to get.
Can we get a rewind? I want to know if he had a shorty or not, because that's the way to do it.
So a couple of taps here and back can at least give Zombs a little bit of a chance to break apart the eco of Soniqs, which hasn't exactly solidified yet. But the overall theme of the round, Sully, Soniqs just took a third. Pretty good one at that.
Yeah, as soon as they realized that the Dimensional Drift comes in, they knew that TenZ was just the forerunner and he was just looking for information.
He did have a shorty, okay.
Expected immediately after his
How did he fuck that up?
Info for the showstopper to come
Maybe the guy pre-fired him?
Huge outplay from Plix, the blast back on top of Tetris, and then that orbital strike to disrupt that entrance, right? As Sick goes in, orbital strike breaks up that offensive line, and next thing you know, Sick is in a 1v3 blast packing into the middle of a bomb site. And
what if he could have, yeah, he could have misclicked. He could have tried to ping and accidentally got out of his ult. That's true. That's true.
Themselves still with a couple of credits in their bank account.
I don't know. That's crazy how that Viper won that duel. If he truly had a shorty,
we're coming down to the last 2 rounds, and
I don't know.
It's Sentinels who are leaning again to this B site with an early play from Soniqs down towards A short.
It's gonna be Sick on the front lines. There you go, Sick. Consistently getting some.
If you use scroll wheel, it's really hard to equip the shorty after your ult. No, in order to do that, you have your shorty in your hand. You have your shorty in your hand, you ult, and then when you get out of the ult, it'll go straight to your shorty and you just left click.
Only 2 players remaining, still getting kills with only 2 players remaining. Let's see what IyeN can try to pull off, equalizes things under 2.
Holy shit.
Back from Sick, but no! IyeN still gets the kill off of the swing! Out of nowhere, it's ShahZaM now in a 1v2. Gets tagged out, running right towards Bob. Bob gets a headshot right through the wall, and that is another run for Soniqs.
I like the idea for at least ShahZaM in that position. He's like, okay, I know where the Owl Drone came from.
Dude, it's so weird. I feel like every time I watch this map in pro play, the T side is always so strong, right? The attacker side owns every single time. You play this map in ranked, you can't do anything on attack. You literally can't do anything.
At least for Soniqs in this one, yeah, Dizzy loses his life here, and somehow IyeN is able to muster 2 kills out of literally thin air. And Soniqs, they will have a 4th. Now they're looking for their fit to close out this half, but right now, again, it's Sentinels who are in pretty good control. They're by maybe not echoing that same thought, but it's the last one of the half. You do what you can with the guns you've got.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, it's there's a couple of steps involved for Sentinels to be able to make their way onto B site. And one of them could be that Guardian making an opening. I do like that boost over towards Launch.
You gonna gate crash out?
But early on, it's Sentinels taking a lot of control over towards Luka. Nobody from Soniqs even playing contact over towards that area. Love that Molly, gonna stop things for just a little bit. Bob right through the Nebula, gonna be able to get the kill into TenZ, as TenZ thought
How did he...
that he was a little bit sleeker than usual. This Viper's Pit, however, going to be the opening up for Muka. Crunchy in the back of side, going to be able to take down ShahZaM. And zombs, there you go. It's the Guardian going nuts. Crunchy. Oh, that double spray down. Got one through the smoke. Took down Sick at the exact same time.
He's out of here.
In a 1v3.
And he's even going to make the rotation. They don't know this exactly.
I don't know how much
I'll get there. He should have a plan. Is he going to double route this? He might just go back in. No, I think instead he's going to try and plant for short here in this position. I love this rerouting as well from Dizzy. Takes it back towards U-Haul. That's the exact last possession you expect someone to be in. But dapr, mind
I don't know. I feel like you use your ult. You leave it there and you use the ult for the 1v2. The ult's so powerful.
Maybe that one poison orb. That helps. Covering up just a little bit of space.
Oh, they know.
In that space.
They know he's doing this.
Would have to go down and dapr.
Oh my god, they lined up, dude. Oh, that sucks.
Getting two to win out the clutch. Unreal.
That is textbook.
I can't believe they lined up. That sucks.
I've said it over and over again. When you are in a disadvantage, you need to create an advantage for yourself. And dapr, again, 500 IQ, TP to A, TP back to B, and that poison orb literally won him the round. The one bit of utility that was left on this B site, I don't know if he had that plan in his mind, and if he did,
if they were just a little, just a pixel apart, just one pixel apart, they would have won that round.
The final round of that half as we approach into this pistol, and Soniqs now in the attacking side. This is where you expect this composition to shine. So much util to dump on the sites. We'll have to wait and see.
When we go again, you said that
we might be going to a third map here.
Play Sentinels. At least now on that defensive side, they already started.
Actually,
off a little bit well.
probably
Definitely.
definitely.
One way off the Nebula, Sick. He wants to find an early nade.
Unless
any sort of info here on short, it would be for Sick.
Wow,
whoa!
He got away with one.
In off that satchel, gonna be able to get a kill.
Oh,
goes back zombs.
Nice shots from zombs. Holy fuck.
Down. ShahZaM coming up from behind, super quick. TenZ is right in
they
the
are
middle
just
of the
stuck.
back too, but it's very isolated.
They're so stuck right now. Oh my god. There's no way. I don't think Soniqs was this.
Such an inopportune sandwich that Soniqs has themselves in, and ShahZaM just has to keep his angle, and everything can work out.
Timing.
Still towards that back line. ShahZaM still getting another one. Playing time. Bob has to go for the swing, and she goes down in a heap. It's ShahZaM with 3 big kills to finish off the round. Sentinels with the all-important pistol.
Perfect delay as well. There was a little bit of a gravel that came out from zombs towards A short as Soniqs began to approach the site, and it was a perfect bait. They wanted Soniqs to walk into this stack, right? There were already 3 players in
such huge kills right there, and the dink.
TenZ was already running to the site. ShahZaM was pushed up on the flank. Soniqs, they walk right into the trap that is Sentinels. A gravel to disrupt the push, and that's the rest. Soniqs down 9-4, similar to what we saw in Icebox, but this time it's Sentinels that have such a huge advantage, and they've spent all their credits on every gun they could find. They're looking for the 10th here, and Soniqs with just pistols, it's going to be a difficult one.
Yeah, it's going to be super hard for Soniqs.
Copy killed? Is that what you just said?
Isolated lurk. It could have made a little bit more noise, but great shutdown early on. Not going to let that fester on for too long. Double Nebula, or just double stars over towards short. As we just wait up for Soniqs on their approach. Dizzy over towards bathroom. Has an open shot for TenZ, and Plix was utilized as a bait there. That could have easily been a pick back, but TenZ gets it. And now it's only Bob in a 1v5 as a classic, and ends up going down. Flawless anti-eco. And I said it earlier, I didn't think there was a flawless anti-eco throughout this BO3 thus far. We finally got it.
There it is. Very end. It almost broke apart when TenZ wasn't looking the right way in his showers, but thankfully.
Imagine playing on 56 ping.
10-4 for Sentinels. Full bonus round moving forward. Apologies.
Wait, they're all 40? They're all 36? He's the only one that's not. TenZ is the only one that's not wherever they all are. Because they all have, literally all 9 players have the same ping. All 9 players are from the same place. I don't know if they live in Texas or where they live, but.
I imagine from sick towards the shower side. A fake TP. Gate crash, I don't believe, is set up on A for TenZ to make the fast rotation. And yeah, they're sick retreating out of showers after he gets that control. And Soniqs playing a very, very slow default. I think they're just looking for information. And there's even another TP ready. TenZ is going back to the A site where he has now a gate.
Yeah, I know. I know he lives in Canada. I'm saying I don't know where the server is. I don't know what server they're playing on. And I don't know where everyone else lives. So I don't know if this is like a.
These defaults we see early util.
I don't know.
At least over towards
I don't know if it's like a West Coast server, it's a central server. I don't know.
The most basic of defaults and potentially the most basic of fakes.
Yeah.
A little bit of a burst later on.
It looks like that with the retake. I think this is kind of planned from Sentinels, right? They understand that they gave up showers in well sick. He knows showers is giving up, and he wants them to walk into A. He'll find the first pick, but there's still more to come.
Yeah, sick gonna be able to take down Dizzy.
Damn! Let's go!
But even more awkward was TenZ.
Oh.
Trying to go for a flash over towards short, but IyeN comes in at a pretty good angle. dapr actually gets a kill off that snake bite right in the middle of sight. That's a little bit awkward. Sentinels now only have 1 person remaining, and what a person to leave it to. It's ShahZaM now on a 1v2, but goes down to IyeN, and yet another awkward off angle. But it's gonna be those off angles that are gonna win you some rounds. Bob and IyeN combining to give Soniqs the round.
Wow. Again, TenZ is caught off on like not even looking towards showers. This time it actually does net Soniqs the kill, and that was what won them around essentially, right? It allows IyeN to creep out from showers, play that light angle for where ShahZaM walks out from. A little bit of a misplay, I'd say, for TenZ, or maybe a miscommunication, right? They should have realized they gave up showers and there could be that player lurking. And I think with the execution on A, you should expect them to have showers control. This time, dapr is going to
KO so
to adjust for that miscommunication.
I'm confused.
Make sure they at least
they're on the new patch, right? But is KO not allowed yet? Is he still need some time? Or is nobody actually playing KO?
Catch at least the back of one, and that's Plix. That they know that's their main entry, and TenZ is going to push forward as well with the gate crash already ready towards that A site.
And there you go, TenZ immediately backing on out.
So it's the new patch, but KO's not allowed. All right.
After a very dangerous peek over towards long B, but that's the point of it.
Huh.
He got quite a bit of information, and he's taking a teammate back with him.
So next qualifier is probably when they'll play KO.
Yeah, there are 2 stars already set up.
That's cool. That's the one I'm supposed to play in.
Smoke, maybe even
I'll go run around as KO and silence things.
Smoke goes out towards B long. Recon Bolt to get even more information. There is so much intel that this is going to be a B hit, but they're not convinced. They are not convinced at all. I think the Viper wall has gone up on the A side, and it's pulled rotations. One at least has gone back nearly a second. TenZ has got a gate crush ready in the back of defender spawn just in case, but now comes Soniqs ready to barrel their way into the site, and it's a weakened defense set up here by Sentinels.
Plix was second thinking it, just trying to get a little bit better angle, finally in the middle of sight.
What a good ult.
Holy fuck. What a combo in the middle of sight, but Sentinels only able to get 2 out of that interaction.
Will you stream it? I don't know if you're allowed to stream it. I think you are. I think you're allowed to stream it for the first, like, 2 rounds or something. I think once it gets to round 64 or round 32 or something, then you can't. I don't know. I don't remember.
They do. ShahZaM and dapr hold down the Angs. They don't allow that spike to even get close to the middle of tin can, and that's the round.
Very, very powerful the way TenZ is using his Yoru right now. Yes, he's not having the same impact that maybe we expect from him on like Arena. He's able to play so many rotations, right? They were like,
what a good ult. Holy shit.
Use either fake footsteps to try and sell a push or try and sell a teleport, and then he uses the gate crash and element of surprise is essentially what it is. You don't know exactly how many players are on a site because of TenZ's Yoru, right? It causes so much
team. I don't know. We don't. It's just me, Sean, and Jordan. Not Sean Gares, Sean BM.
Right behind.
I think that's all we have right now. I think they're trying to ask people. I don't know. We'll see.
And he's taking that TP, but I think at this point, Soniqs, you should be expecting it. 5 players lined up, a Hunter's Fury to queue it up, and that's what's going to be the initiator.
Bob making space.
Great delay.
Just a little bit too, and there you go. Like you said, Sully, amazing delay.
Oh yeah, I think we mentioned asking Tarek or something for fun, just to have like a, I don't know. We're not gonna win or anything. We're just gonna play for fun. I think that was a topic in the group chat. We're like, should we ask Tarek? Maybe they did. I don't know. I'm not asking anybody. I don't care. I don't care who I play with. I literally don't care. I'll just shoot some shit.
Double blast back play, but there's a crossfire held by both Sick and TenZ, and that's the scary thing. Flix has got a little bit of a one-way to play against, and hopefully he doesn't lose his life here. dapr back towards the shower side, and goes in.
Nice. Holy fuck.
Gate
that was huge.
out of there. It's unpunishable in that position.
It's over.
And now they
That's
know
game.
The final players are. TenZ up huge with a 3K and a 4 from dapr, and there's not much crunch you can do here.
That's still over, but
there's one on the flank, and I don't know if he notices though, Gus.
Yeah, it's gonna be so hard. No way.
Ace used with NRG, and if NRG is in the tournament, he won't be able to play. That's the main reason why Sean Garris can't play. Sean Garris can't play. We'd have Sean Garris on our team, but he can't play because he's on, what is it, Dignitas, I think? Or is it Dig? And they're in the tournament too, so you can't have two teams in the same, you know what I'm saying? You can't have like two representatives. That doesn't like work. No, he's on Gen G. I'm sorry. He's on Gen G. I'm so sorry. Dignitas. What? Isn't Dignitas like E? Well, I guess Gen G might be E. Anyway, it's Gen G. You're right.
I mean, Sentinels with such an immaculate lead, 7 rounds you have to play against. It'll be super difficult for Soniqs to even break the economy of Sentinels going on forward. But TenZ, again, very forward. He's going to make that contact and gate crash back towards defender spawn, where he's at least got the information. Sova's been targeted, and this Nate.
How does C9 work though? Because they have 2 teams. They're not just C9. They don't have 2 C9 teams. You know, they have C9 blue and white. They have 2 teams.
The nade's gonna do a lot of good chip damage, Sully, but Sick needed a couple of bullets to really make that work. Let's see if ShahZaM can capitalize though. Takes one down in terms of crunchy. Zombs going in. Oh my, the dimensional drift happening at the exact same time. Zombs going in for the right
vulnerability.
It is an absolute massacre in the middle.
Third map.
In the middle of the B sites, and it's
third map. The XSET stream crashed. Aw. Wait. Okay. Almost. All right. So that's done. The XSET stream crashed. Let's see. Oh, it didn't. I don't want to be that guy, but I really don't care about this XSET.
Yeah, no, Sully, you were absolutely right about the comps. Yes, it's the same comp that we've seen for a while, but I think it's actually better now with this new meta change, with this new patch. So, yeah, the third patch does actually help out that Omen decision over the Astra, but is what it is. Folks, map number 3 between
I'm sorry, did you just say the new changes helped Omen more than Astra? That is just wrong.
Yeah, there's a light cam from dapr, and with no duelist on the
Omen fucking blows.
You need to rely on those flash.
You either use Brimstone
to really work your way in,
or you use Astra
to really obscure positions and use those mollies to clear out angles. And dapr,
I think Brimstone is Brimstone's the character now for smokes.
Okay, nobody's working their way up long. Be ready for an A play. Is an alarm bot?
I think Omen fucking blows.
Even be ready for this B play, and they are prepared. One person already watching, that's going to be ShahZaM, and Sick and zombs all ready for a quick rotation. There's that instant reaction, and there's
I hate this gun. If only he left.
But he wants to maybe overcommit, maybe a little bit too much in that situation.
Yeah, potentially so. There were a couple of players there ready for that trade. And in the end, yeah, it is overstretching boundaries a little bit. Look at ShahZaM, though. Bring up that entry with those shock darts.
Frenzy, big mistake. This gun blows. This gun blows. I'm sorry. The Frenzy's just bad. It's just a bad gun.
Just makes Soniqs' job a whole lot easier. No, 6 job a whole lot easier. He ends up getting 3 for his favor. And now it's just down to IyeN in a 1v2. Still has the ghost and still has Sick, who is healing up in the corner to deal with. Sick plays the round, plays his position to a T, and just blasts away at 4 players.
There you go, Sentinels. It's a very, very strong play from dapr. It's all really started because dapr says, okay, let me sit in this smoke. No one see long. Be prepared for a rotate back to either B or A. And they were prepared. Six so quick on his feet to make that rotation. And so huge to find 4 kills there. Healing up with the hot hands to give him that slight.
Those guys were so low.
And there it is, Sentinels. This is one of their best maps. And already they are starting it off strong.
Toxins going up.
And this is the Sentinels that we were missing from most of these pistol rounds. That one was fun to say the least. dapr.
Nice shot.
Going to be able to get a kill. Still that classic back in the hands of IyeN. And he's actually able to win out a battle against TenZ. So
he has 30 bullets left.
But that's TenZ really making up a lot of very close space in a long.
Oh my god! He has no bullets. I got 3 though, so worth.
I don't really think that Sentinels should be going as aggressive as they were trying to do over in A-Long. But I guess that's a little bit of a rant. Still Plix now in a 1v4. Still has a classic over towards that back end. Still has some decent.
I don't think they really commit anything here. I think Soniqs didn't buy anything. I think they just had classics.
Flash their way right into sight. ShahZaM pulling out a recon bolt from behind. A little bit awkward. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think they bought anything that round. Soniqs did.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, so the main reason for Sentinels making that push into A is because, well, dapr's playing a very passive angle on C, and the last thing you want is to have 5 players with a classic running in on your weakened site. So by closing that gap and getting that early information, if, say, ShahZaM, or apologies, if TenZ were to go down, ShahZaM is far enough where he can back up, play the shock darts into sewers, play the shock darts along
TenZ is the most overrated player right now? What?
Because you don't have the fear of
I disagree.
running up with classics or pistols. It's a full
I think a lot of
TenZ
people
early
look
on
at
is
a
gonna be
player
safe
and they
with
just
aggressive
think
peek
about
towards
the
long.
player from a professional competitive environment. But TenZ has so much value, it's insane. He's not just a professional player.
Against the wall, and he actually did get a hit onto Bob right through. Some more damage being done, and ShahZaM around the corner, helping out TenZ from that long range, helping out from that close range. ShahZaM getting a big one off that Spectre, upgrading to a...
The amount of value that he has to an org.
That aggressive peek again. It works out so well.
Man.
Taking the fight very early on at a round like this. When you have the lesser guns, try to close the gap, create your own advantage, and ShahZaM is already going to find 3 kills, and not going to be able to get the 4th, unfortunately. Bob, she's in a pretty awkward
Hopefully
position.
he gets fairly compensated.
She could get a couple of kills. Never mind. TenZ is already holding with the op.
I worry that someone like
Sonics back
TenZ,
to another eco round where Sentinels now have their 3rd, and they've got all the
because he's younger, right? Would just sign something. I made that mistake once.
Yeah, now they're chilling.
Never
right?
again.
They have at least some of the cheekier interactions throughout the round, including this one. I did like that from ShahZaM, just trying to clear up space early on. I do like, though, that now TenZ has that op in his hand. We're probably going to see TenZ get a little bit more fluid with his early positionings, don't you think?
Yeah, I would expect TenZ to, again, be like this solo play like we're seeing here early on A site, right? With that wall going up early to allow the cross, TenZ is going to try and beat it out. 2 share shots account for 2 players down towards mid, and with TenZ getting that information, nobody back towards A lobby, and that Drone as well, netting so much information. Did that recon dart from the Drone tag 2 things at once?
Is that a thing?
I did not know that was a thing.
I didn't think Drone could collat. I think you might be insane.
It can collat. The Drone could collat. That is true.
Yeah, we'll see a replay of it later, most likely. But here we go. TenZ with a big opportunity for potentially a collat, but he's only able to get one right onto Bob, but gets a whole lot of information, spotting out at least 3 different heads. Soniqs now, mostly over towards short. There's a couple players in long as they split off in 2 and 2. Crunchy and IyeN trying to get as close as possible. Do like that hot hands in terms of just a time-wasting angle, but TenZ has to be here ready for
so blind. Oh
IyeN
my
ends up
god.
going down.
Ace
Gets sick after Sick gets flashed out. TenZ down with a shorty alongside the off. He's going to be able to get 3 for now. The shorty goes out, and unfortunately his prey runs
Don't give him the
away.
ace. Oh, he's okay. He's not going to bother.
But the Predator, unfortunately, is going to get a little bit hungrier. He's going to keep searching for that 4th kill until the next round, really. Sentinels, what a big hold. But, yeah, it was just TenZ. ShahZaM was there for the support. And that is, again, yet another repeat of yet another A take. Soniqs haven't exactly splurged on other sites.
No, not at all. There's the collat. I actually have
Oh my god, it was!
I think it, like... Okay,
it pinged the turret?
So hear me out. You know when like an arrow
I know it pings turrets,
that splits off into 2 directions? Like
Yeah.
It did something, and then like a shrapnel just goes off. I think that's what happened. I had no idea that was a thing, but who?
That's probably it.
I gotta poop.
Might not be it, but it could be it. Anyways, with this really short smoke, it gives TenZ an opportunity to maybe line something. Okay, this is incredible. Smart from Soniqs. They all crush underneath, knowing that yeah, exactly. He's a whole lot smarter than an Omen smoke. So they need to focus. Seekers go in, Cabbage is out, and TenZ missing his first opportunity. Seekers are already out, and it's in a free sight, at least the left side of sight for Soniqs, but there's at least a Hunter's Fury to try and put a little bit more pressure.
Yeah, the Hunter's Spear really.
I like that wall. I like that a lot. Good util usage.
Back should be a little bit better too. In we go. TenZ misses out on the right click, but Sick is still able to get that kill. Crunchy with a big one on his own. Now he just has to crossfire.
Value ult, baby.
Start coming out at the exact same time.
Let's go.
He ends up getting a kill onto dapr.
Wake up, baby. Sentinels ain't shit.
Still stuck over towards that back line.
All right.
Has to finish off this last one because it's Crunchy.
I'm on nobody's side here.
No ace for Crunchy, but a big round for Soniqs. In the meanwhile.
Yeah, with that setup with that orbital strike, it puts you in such an awkward position because you either have to fall back into defender spawn or you risk the swing and getting peeked by 2 to 3 players that are holding that long angle. And dapr, I think he was trying to be a little bit cheeky with it on his walkaway. Wasn't going to work out in that position. Crunchy coming up huge, using the ultimate. And yeah, dapr was in a tricky position no matter what. So Soniqs, they get their first round. It's a nice execution. There's that util dump. We saw the wall, snake bites, orbs, wall going up as well from the Sage, and then the orbital strike at the very end. It's overwhelming Sentinels, and that could be the winning case if they can use that util. And there's Flicks using that util.
Didn't expect that one.
The first, but TenZ immediately
I don't think I would have expected it either, to be honest.
Back to the B site and rotations. Right at perfect time here.
Yeah, but wait out for this Omen. It's gonna be at least one more layer of defense here on the B side, and this is just all too cheeky for zombs. Zombs, no! Going with a little bit of tracking, but Dizzy breaks zombs' ankles. Ends up bending back and ends up getting the kill. Sick. Oh, he wanted it all. He wanted to jump on top of the wall and potentially get a kill on the player that was running down towards the bottom of mid. Now it's just going to be a long-range battle. There goes that orb in the middle of the site, just making more damage. dapr trying to go for a defuse. TenZ can certainly help out on top of this orb, but it's still so many players to deal with. Starts it off strong with a kill onto Crunchy. Sick in the middle of the smoke, trying to find somebody, but IyeN is just in the middle of there. No, IyeN is actually outside. Sick is still in the middle of the site, but can't find anything. Finally, he's going to be IyeN popping out.
Oh my god, the run and gun didn't hit a single bullet, and then he was hit with the dog.
With 2 people in the middle of his
that's good.
Soniqs with a
good stuff. That feels just bad, really.
Post plant meta, man. You put the orb up, you got
that
storms,
sucks.
Brimstone molly, brimstone smokes. There's just so much, and a really, really nice shot from Plix.
Look at every play on that. That was hilarious.
Kind of using Sky now, especially Plix. He's typically a duelist, using the Sky flashes to kind of act as.
I think he hit one shot. He hit one bullet with the run and gun.
You get the player splash, and you entry into the site for your team. Soniqs net the second round, and it puts Sentinels in an uncomfortable position economically. It's a very scrappy buy, a stinger and some light armor for a couple of these players. Sentinels, you lose this round, you'll be fully reset, and Soniqs have a chance to tie things up with a single round win here, albeit we know Sentinels are good on eco rounds.
Yeah, we could see some magic for sure. I'm ready to see.
This is gonna be tough. They're gonna have to have a pretty good hit here.
And he could get some support in garage, but yeah, this one's gonna be dapr.
Oh, dapr.
And he gets flashed again. And Plix goes for the wide swing. Plix solely acted like a duelist a little bit, and it's working out as the Soniqs not only have post control a little bit, but also the man advantage, but the man advantage is gone. Cheeky.
TenZ.
Yeah.
TenZ. Huge kill on that flank, and now they've.
This is a tricky round.
Force a little bit of control from Crunchy. He's like, okay, I got to worry about the flank. And TenZ, he's faked a.
He's got his post plant.
Crunchy,
he just can't.
For the post plant
okay, he got him. Okay, they won the round. I think Soniqs wins this.
Able to take down TenZ.
Oh,
Bob sitting in the.
Oh no!
It's not gonna be enough. She goes down, and these last 2 players, the Molly's already out. There's a golden chance for this defuse. The radius is too far big.
No, dude, you missed your Molly.
ShahZaM's
you had one job.
to 2%.
Oh, no, you had one job. And that was to land the molly.
Way.
You failed this city.
Advantage for Sentinels, and honestly, I would have just expected them to win.
That's okay.
It is just a tragedy. Multiple bullets, multiple opportunities to take away that diffuser, to swing back the round for Soniqs. They get a kill. They thought that was it. But no, the 3 players for Sentinels right in the middle of sight, just trying to get that defuse off for ShahZaM. Oh, they body blocked to perfection, and it works. And look at the molly, Sully! Look at the molly! We didn't see that angle at all! He was sitting on a pixel, being able to defuse. Sentinels win a 5th by the skin of their teeth. And what is TenZ doing? Running a block, getting 3!
This gun is just so dumb, dude.
Train does not stop,
It's so
man.
dumb. Oh my.
Keeps on going.
The equalizer.
Life back into Soniqs. Still, though, there's a flank coming in as well, and I don't even know if he realizes. He has to assume that it's coming in, but a 1 versus 5. Dizzy too far off for a revive. It all comes down to just him. Wall available. Double slower, but a heal, but a crossfire being held. As soon as the contact's made, dappr's going to be at the ready. Maybe for that swing, Dizzy.
Oh, equalizer!
Oh my goodness, Dizzy.
Whoa.
TenZ.
2 more kills to find, and he's got an idea that this is one of the flank. If Sick goes down, this is unspeakable.
Yeah, no, this is really, really good from Sick, though.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Sitting off in this off angle.
There's no way you expect that. No way.
That he has to go through, and yeah, no, Sick. Just sitting in an optimal angle off that flank, and I mean, he was already feeling the flank, playing off the timing, and it's all too efficient. But man, oh man, it had to be TenZ, right? TenZ running up and long, and he's able to get himself 3 off the judge. Like, come on, how does that work? I wish my judge did that. I wish I had his timing, but it was really good setup too because of that Viper wall and long. They just made it work.
Yeah, super sick prediction from ShahZaM to call the push in. But let's not take away the main focus. That round was costly for Sentinels, and now they're in the same economic position as Soniqs. One person's gonna have to use a pistol. Thankfully, TenZ has at least got the Blade Storm of the others. Same thing for Soniqs. Sick putting a lot of pressure. There's even a crunch coming in from TenZ as Sick pulls away all of that heat. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. TenZ
fucking line that up.
So
Nice.
He's even gonna find the 4th. Ace incoming possibly, but not enough knives. That is what you love to see. The train
Holy
does not stop.
shit.
It keeps on rolling. TenZ with a 4-piece.
That was actually kind of
Sentinels
sick.
have got a 7.
They
Yeah,
focused their
it's always
attention
TenZ to
so
pull back
hard
attention,
on
right?
that Phoenix
People
ult.
like to say
And
that,
he
like,
just
oh, casters,
he just
they
came on
always like
in.
to talk about TenZ, but it's for plays like
Yeah, who
this.
said he's overrated,
How
huh?
do you not talk about this?
This is the best
for
player in the
2
world right now.
rounds to come? This is
That's just a
nuts.
fact.
TenZ getting
this
himself
is-
a 4K, not an ace, but that was.
That's an 150k aim lab grid shot score. That's TenZ for you, man.
That's a
Quick
legend
flicks,
right there with
3
the aim lab.
kills, 4th as well. Sentinels. Golden boy TenZ. I mean, he had a sluggish start on both the 1st and 2nd map, but Haven is just their hometown, and to see him have such great control, very nice
Little
flash from
info
Sick to help
flash.
support and get that information as you again see TenZ pushing up into sewers to get even more info. This is a very, very well thought out round from Sentinels, at least early on. How do Soniqs adjust? They just slow things down, which is also brilliant.
Yes, yes. Very good discipline.
Oh
And at this
no!
point, it's
Oh.
really just what Soniqs needs. They need some early picks. They need
Oh, they're
some
getting
early
double kills.
information.
Dude, they are
But
getting
Sentinels with the early info
abused.
instead.
Look
That
at this.
Hunter's
They have
Fury
no
right outside
map
of garage,
control.
doing a lot of
0 map
damage,
control from
not only that,
Soniqs.
but
Soniqs is
getting
gonna get
pings.
obliterated on this
Just
round.
collecting more
Again.
info, just collecting up more time here, Sully.
And now they're corralled in towards mid because Sick has made that push. TenZ is consistently holding that sewer area where he can make that dash. And they know the burst plays coming into B site. Zombs, that's that paranoia finally coming to effect. But is he wary of his right side? No, not just yet. He's still going to try and put pressure. There's a chance for a swing.
That was
He's
a
gonna
very
get
good
dazed and he's
dog.
gonna go
Holy
down.
shit.
And TenZ
Wait,
can just
Sick,
hold
why
this
did you
angle
back
too.
up?
He's gonna be able to
Wasn't
take down
expecting
Crunchy. There's another person.
Hello?
On the corner. Yes. Does not
So
expect
scared.
IyeN. Watch out for ShahZaM trying to go for the wide swing. Bob in a good angle, but Bob somehow needs to make it out of.
I didn't like that,
The
but
stage wall around the corner can keep it good, but Sick has the opening, and there you go. Bob goes down in a heap. Flicks up close and personal, going up for that flash. Still has a couple more opportunities in the middle of sight for a kill. There goes that curveball.
I didn't like that. I think that was a bad play by Sick.
Well done from Plix. That curveball
They were
does
in a
nothing, and
perfect
he's able to
position.
knock
They were in a
down
perfect
2
position.
in
They had 1
fell
in A
swoop.
main,
7-3.
1 deep C,
Listen,
He
if
was
we're in
lit. Sick was
2.11,
right here.
that does
Look where
not
my cursor
happen.
is.
The
Sick
changes
was
that Shroud
right
have made
here,
when we turn away
and
from
he
flashes,
ran
we
all
barely
the
get
way
blinded,
back
but if
into
Flicks
all the way
last
back
match
into
is
garage
well
up
played, and he
top.
turns around,
Okay.
he's still gonna be full
And
blinded, but him
TenZ was
turning
right
away,
here
swinging
in
right
garden,
back into
killed
the
this
face of
guy
Sick
window.
is what won them that round.
They had a
Sentinels
perfect
letting
crunch,
us
and he's like, "Nah, I'm
kind
out
of
of here.
slip through their fingers, but
I'm
it was
out.
just so
Later."
well done from Soniqs on that postman to again corral the
I didn't like
sight
that. I didn't like
and really
that.
congest those
I didn't
flanks.
like
We
it.
knew we're coming.
Not a fan.
Sentinels, still 2 rounds to play within this happen. Still a strong buy. An early guiding light goes out, and TenZ again taking this space over towards a long, but he's punished by IyeN, and that is a massive kill to give
It doesn't matter if the turret saw him. They were crunching together. It doesn't. What does that matter? Oh fuck, a turret.
Sentinels still with 3
His buddy was
players
A-main. They were gonna do. They were crunching
over in the
together.
back C, just trying to launch out a couple of bullets, just spray them out over towards long. Get unfortunately caught up with a couple of more hits, but still Sonic sticking around. Sully, they might be depending on some noise mid. Oh, never mind. They're just going for it. Orbital strike in the back of sight.
Oh my
It's gonna be Sick
God.
trying to stick around and taking down Bob. Great ping for him to be able to
Oh
do
my
so.
God.
IyeN still getting a
All
kill
right,
over
well,
mid, but
it's
more
all right.
importantly, Sick
Sick is just gonna win this
down
round.
C.
Not a problem.
Got the info.
Okay.
Sick. Looking right into the jaws of IyeN. Now
Okay.
he's got a lockdown.
They both
dapr.
just walked
Does
on
he
in.
wanna go for the repeat?
Knife
He's not
out.
even gonna risk
One
it.
just took
Right to
the.
back of
He just
IyeN,
took this
sight
gun out a
going down.
little faster.
ShahZaM on a flank, prime positioning, but they need to plant in the back of sight. Knowing that Shaz is there, they can't take that plant in the front of sight, and they're
30
wrapping
seconds
back.
left.
Whoa.
They got 30 seconds. There is a good chance that if they want to, they could wrap and go to whichever site they want. But C seems to be the set piece. dapr not too far behind. Cam goes out, so they hear the cam tag, but they don't get the info, and now they know. 10 seconds left. They can play the post plant with that lockdown going in, and it's an
10
effective
seconds left.
situation for Soniqs to be in a
Spike
2
planted.
versus 2, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah. What kind of pressure do they have over towards that back site too? Just trying to wait up what Sentinels can even try to pull off early on with this owl drone. This is so good from ShahZaM. It's so good from ShahZaM not to even use that owl drone early on in the round for the info. He holds on to it, and he's still able to make that approach. He still has a whole lot of util too. IyeN just has only dry peaks to give. And no!
ShahZaM!
And
Flicks, that would have been it, but ShahZaM pulls it off. 1-2 combo again, and it's yet
This is the patch that
another
has
Red Bull
KO,
clutch
yeah.
for him.
Dude, I am seeing so
They just
many
can't play KO.
similarities in this entire series, right? You mentioned the setup from, I think it was Dizzy on Bind that we saw TenZ do against Fnatic. That's almost the exact same clutch ShahZaM had against Fnatic to win them the grand
Lots of
finals, right?
similarities to
1v2.
Masters, yeah.
He does a perfect spray transfer as well onto IyeN, and he's in the exact same spot. Sentinels 8-3, 1 more round to go. Sorry, that's just me geeking out knowing that Sentinels are in a very similar position. But Sentinels, 1 more round of this half to try and at
Is
least close
Breeze
out.
has got to be in, right? I'm
Dominate
assuming everyone just
and
bans it.
honestly, coming from Icebox to dominate Bind and now come into Haven with the same heat, it's a great recovery from them.
Yeah, wonderful recovery after
Sonic's defense is gonna be crazy.
After
I mean, it depends. If Sentinel ends with 9 here, it doesn't really matter. There's so much momentum. Like, it doesn't matter how good your defense is. There's so much momentum going into that next half that
step near A.
you make
They
one
immediately
mistake
get
and your
taken down
game's
again. They can't make any headspace.
just about over.
Lob up towards
And in a
Long,
game like
and Long,
Valorant,
and
still
Sonic
being
really
as
just
fresh as it
constantly
is,
period.
especially with this
TenZ.
new update, making a mistake
How
is
long
pretty
has
easy.
TenZ had the same op? Is
had
my
it A little bit.
for a little bit, right? Still gonna be able to get one with it. Dizzy goes down in a heap after reviving IyeN, so still that man advantage for Sentinels is there.
Yeah, and they know this is coming to do a hit. Dapper's got that really deep cam into C. I'm not too sure why Sick has decided to rotate. Maybe they're anticipating an early rotate play, but ShahZaM gets that peek. Instant reaction from Sick on that C side. He's prepared for the rotation again. Crunchy. 1 smoke left over, and it's all just for a fake. No one is biting, though. TenZ has got the info. He can take the peek out towards long. ShahZaM is watching as well. It is a golden setup here from Sentinels, and with that cam deep C,
30 seconds
rotations can come in so quick, and now they're anticipating this B hit because of the info.
Just get 1 more round, Sonics. Make it a close one. Come on.
That's the info grab though. This crossfire could certainly work, but ZOM still needs to be here. dapr on his lonesome.
Oh, dapr.
Oh, airing out his Phantom and Soniqs. They all walk into his crossfire, and it's dapr to cap off a 4K.
Are you gonna watch party the rest of the matches?
Man, yet another one.
Like today? Yeah, probably. I want to see T1 Envy, which is coming up after this game. T1 Envy is what I really, really, really want to see.
3K spray downs. And if I'm Sentinels, I'm not complaining at all.
No, not at all, man.
There's one.
I mean, we end with a 4K, and we start off the first half with a 4K. Soniqs, honestly, a little bit out of their element. This is the Sentinels that you love to see, the aggressive play style, right? With TenZ on that operator, he can solo a site and get info, and he's been doing it on the A site, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be very hard for Soniqs.
Control, aggressive plays like this are what make the difference, and Sentinels are clearly feeling this map up. All they need now is 4 more rounds to make it to the close qualifier, and at this rate, with this kind of deficit and the way they
someone in chat really said camper. Whenever I see somebody in my chat when I'm playing Valorant and they talk about like the game being boring and camping and holding angles, it makes me laugh so hard because they have such little understanding about the game.
Controller comps that we're going to be seeing for really quite a while in this meta. KJ and
this knife in the wall.
There's going to be so massive, but you also put in the Sage, you also put in the Brim. It is just util dump on top of util dump, Sully, for this entire.
You're not going to fit, Sick. I don't think, anyway. Unless, oh my god.
He's gonna go for the swing.
Nice.
ShahZaM not able to get out. The timing not on his side, but dapr.
He's got so little bullets.
Towards long alarm bot triggers, Swarm goes out, so they're actually baiting a decent bit of utility here coming out from Soniqs. Yes, they're at a man disadvantage, but the utility, I'd say 100% is right now in the favor of Sentinels, right? They can rework into a site if they feel the net.
COD players.
They're gonna rework back in day. The Viper wall going.
I think it is a problem that. Or not a problem, but
so Chris to close out the half. He's got to kick it off here in the second alongside TenZ as they walk up long.
What am I trying to think of here? I guess terminology? That terminology comes from COD, I'm pretty sure.
dapr and TenZ lined up. It's gonna be ZOMs picking up another kill on.
But even in COD, like I've always found the term camping so strange because it depends on why you're doing it. If you're camping in a corner just to like,
14 seconds left.
I don't know, just in fear, then sure, that's camping. But for the most part, camping in any first-person shooter, whether it's Call of Duty, whether it's Fortnite, whether it's whatever, any game. Oh, sorry, Fortnite's not first-person shooter. Let me say shooter in general, because that's where camping, the term, comes in. Any third-person or first-person. Anyway, it's usually strategic. It's not like
the paranoia because I saw ZOMs going into the back of sight, and I'm
like, I don't know. I've never really
paranoia and get himself 3 kills.
Understood the hate on the term camping because for the most part, there's a strategic reason for it.
Essentially dry going in for this paranoia, gonna be able to
whether it's Call of Duty or Halo or whatever.
It's Crunchy that goes unblind. It is Crunchy who gets the kill. 4th round for Soniqs, but of course, importantly, Sully, it is the pistol round going back for Soniqs to at least.
I guess camping in fear is also a strategy.
Super nice start.
Just depends on what you're trying to get away with it, right? If you're camping to win, that's fine. If you're camping to do a gimmick, to go for one and just be that asshole, that's a little different. That's when the frustration sets in. It's just like in Apex. Like a big problem in Apex is people just pouncing on players. Like a party just jumps on another party, just brain off, just in there. You know, that's not, you're just an asshole at that point. That's all you are. You're not playing to win.
Hold right now for Soniqs, but it could all break down with a quick burst. But Dizzy up top is going to be good for the first frag on the B, and that should slow down Sentinels tremendously.
Nice re-smoke in the front of garage too. It's just going to delay more time, but Sentinels, they have a lot of time to waste. They have a lot of time to wait.
It's called aping. Yeah.
Around this mid area and just try to work out as
I think I've heard TJ say that before.
As possible, and indeed, they're doing so with these smoke sets out of garage.
A lot of time wasting for Soniqs. Recon bolt standing ahead. They know one is going to be here. No. Crunchy doesn't even break it. TenZ is gonna slip through the first moment.
Oh!
Great recognition.
Oh my god, that flick was close.
What?
In the back. to drop a quick snake bite, and well, even more pressure. Yeah, they're getting garage control, but there's no way they can work into it. So much damage done. I think at this point, the round is already lost for Sentinels.
I think I was talking about camping, and I don't think I saw the pistol round. I blacked out, I feel like. I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, they really did. It's really just Sentinels kind of. I'm not gonna say letting off the gas pedal, but almost certainly in terms of pace and in terms of physical movement, Sentinels just wanted to control the mid side and putting on the brakes, pretty much just allowing Soniqs to play their own tempo and to really just kind of control.
Gun round, baby.
Really
gun versus bonus, so they're gonna upgrade? Nah.
You're just gonna have
the 5 spec
tree
tree setup.
Bit of a waiting game. Everyone from Soniqs was disciplined. Everyone was just waiting out their
You need to
turn,
poop, man. I know I need to poop. I want this game to end. I gotta go.
Patience is key now for Soniqs because now they have to play up with the SMGs.
I'm sweating.
Ooh. Okay, but the thing is like in this day and age, Soniqs have been good with
Stark 0-1 map 2. Oh,
they've won their bonus rounds. Yeah, they've been nice, right? They've been nice with it. They've won with Sheriffs as well. Now they've got 5 Spectres. This should be a pretty strong round, and knowing Bob, she'll be good to at least delay, right? Snakebite goes out. They're trying to lure them into the site as the stack starts to come in. Guiding light down towards middle. Checks for no one towards the B side. But rotations, they are a little bit slow. Paranoia set up.
They got a lot of people set up here. They're blind. They're blind. Oh. Oh no.
But there is just
go.
too much action
going
on, and somehow someone clear it out like it's nobody's business.
Too much action going on. That is the name of the game when you got yourself a flash and dash. Out goes the Paranoia.
They're playing a little far for spec trees.
They're able to sweep up the C side.
They should have gotten in a position where like one was right and one was left, kind of like a crossfire.
Sentinels. They were able to overwhelm Soniqs in the back line, and just like that,
this player needed support. Whoever this player was in the, I think it was IyeN. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the bottom right here, that player needed support really, really bad. Whether it was somebody being on top plat right here, kind of harassing them. But there was a really, really good Paranoia. Omen hit a Paranoia that went straight through this corner and this, and almost, it might have even hit this guy over here. It was a perfect Paranoia right through this line, like very well timed. I think it's a little fortunate for Sentinels for that Paranoia to hit 3. I don't know if it hit 3. It might have been 2, but it looked like 3. They just needed to get closer.
That was only just the start. Here we go again. Full buy for both sides.
What's it? Aaron? What? I don't know. I'm sorry. Names are hard. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh.
Potentially so. Soniqs still has that drive back, and not only that, but a couple of ultis are actually kind of close to warming up.
Ow.
Sentinels.
Pain.
They really have to
without the P.
From under their sleeve to try to pull away this round, because Sully, again, I just think that this round is it for the game. Sentinels wins this one out, and they essentially have a 12th round confirmed under their belt, or they can at least make it to a 12 point. They put themselves in a very similar position as they were against.
Oh, is that how you pronounce IyeN?
Just yesterday with
I got it. It's pain without the P.
But,
that's how
yeah,
you pronounce his name.
They have a lot of cushion. They can make
I figured it out.
They want to look for a little bit of a burst on the A site. This could get a
oh,
little bit
they
fun.
saw him. They saw him.
Heaven. It's a full 5-man split on A. Early
he missed his molly,
right
but
in the
matter.
middle of long. So that's gonna split up the approach. But Sick is still able to get a kill on 2. At least one player in the back of that line. Crunchy now, the last person remaining, essentially.
Ooh, Crunchy clean with it.
ShahZaM still taking back the kill against Plix, but Crunchy is still living in short, trying to delay time for this rotation, and he's still getting kills. Crunchy holding down the line. Zombs was looking the other way. Crunchy could have had 4.
Crunchy.
Still another 2v2 post plant, Sully.
Yeah. This is tricky to play against because there's a flank coming in from IyeN and Bob. She's up top. The Viper Wall is going to disrupt the vision from both these players. The focus automatically becomes back towards defender spawn. And IyeN, a chance to find ShahZaM, but a great recon bolt doesn't reveal his position. And ShahZaM checking regardless. The ping goes out, and now they know. ShahZaM dancing around. Zom's good for the first, back towards long, and jumping out of heaven, finding a resting spot. Bob goes down, and Sentinels, they find a recovery despite Crunchy's heroics on the A site.
Crunchy really made it possible, and it was one of the best plays.
Why is Sentinels playing the qual though? Because this is for Berlin. They still gotta qualify for Berlin.
If that says anything, I don't know what does. If this is going to be the best,
They don't just get a direct pass to Berlin. They still gotta get there.
They have quite a few ways to go. Crunchy, that was a
They're gonna be the. I think they're the guaranteed representative in champions though, right?
Pop off. It's been Sentinels really choking them out.
So that's cool.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do at least.
Going to Berlin is just bonus points for them.
Sentinels can just somehow recover from a round like that. Soniqs, it's a long road ahead of them. It was a very, very good delay on that A site, but they need more replication of that kind of play, where that slow orb comes down and Crunch can find those heroics. You can't rely on one player, and Sentinels.
What's the point of winning Berlin though? It's for the second spot in champions.
No different, and like you said, if Sentinels were to win that previous
Sentinels,
round,
if Sentinels goes to Berlin, it's just a matter of making money, really. There's nothing else to gain from going to Berlin for Sentinels because they're already going to champions, which is like the final tournament of this whole tour.
Dizzy is already here, but
so the point of Berlin is to solidify the other teams going to champions.
Yeah, retake setup here, Sully, essentially. And that one's going to be it. Crunchy still wants to look over towards that back line, but again, great coverage in terms of util, and it's very low util at that.
Yeah, they didn't really have to expend too much. 2 smokes, recon bolt, and a cage.
TenZ.
Use that paranoia. Oh, a little bit awkward, but he still gets one.
No way! TenZ just
this is over.
off of his gun right as the smoke dissipates, and he's still able to get the kill. Oh, that one gets me going. Still, it's gonna be ShahZaM getting another kill against Crunchy, and dapr finally getting 2 against Bob and IyeN. Oh man, it hurts, man, because I
what if SEN wins Berlin? It's just money. Bonus money in their pockets.
Like that. If TenZ can pull off a play like that, I hope, you know, potentially one day I can, but he's just too good. 21 kills under his belt thus far in this game. Crunchy, top fragging for Soniqs at 15. And it's Soniqs that currently has to rack on the kills, currently has to rack on the rounds. Sully, it is map, match, and qualification points for Sentinels.
3 ults here, at least for Soniqs. 3 actually super important ones. That Viper's Pit ready to be activated on the C side as soon as the pressure is a little bit too much. Orbital Strike to deny. Killjoy ultimate lockdown for the retake. Hull drone goes up. That should at least scope out where the main focus should be. And it looks like Sentinels are going to go for a really early split. Sentinels going to try and set something up with the old Hunter's Fury. No real tags coming into play, but Sick has found at least a little bit of gap into Garage.
Ooh, they don't know. He snuck through.
He slipped right
Sick
through the lines. IyeN has got no information.
Sick could make a huge play here.
It's just up to the guessing game, and Sick is going to be good for the first.
Sick is going to be able to get one.
All right. That's game.
There you go. Sick on his long jump has cleared out the entire C site. It could potentially go for more. Lockdown going. Sick. Closing
Let's
out
go,
the game.
baby. That was sick.
But
that was sick. Like that was him that did that.
Close this chapter against the Australians.
Holy shit. He's looking like myself.